All right, all right. A
Hello.
very poor Matthew McConaughey impression. Zenny, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty
Folks,
good there.
folks, this is Greg Simmons of Staunch Moderates. This is part two. The first time I talked about Staunch Moderates, but now Greg is going to tell us more about it. The quest for the Oscar gold and everything else that goes with that. But also, Greg, first of all, Merry Christmas and how you doing?
Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I'm doing well, thanks, Zenny. Hello to
Got it.
you and all your fans.
Thank you. Thank you. How, from the horse's mouth, how did it start? How did Staunch Moderates become what it is today?
Yeah, hey, back in 2019, it was during happy hour. Friends and I, we were hanging out, talking politics, making fun of extremists, and one of us said, "I know why don't we start a new political party? Staunch moderates." Got a laugh, and actually, I think it was on your last show.
Yeah.
You covered it pretty well. Got a laugh, turned into interesting conversation, many conversations, interesting conversations through the year. End of the year, December 3rd, 2019, we filed for the trademark. Staunch Moderates, collective membership trademark. Rolled up our sleeves and got to work. Built a website, and it was election year, so we figured we'd campaign the primaries with vital societal issue forums to help build our brand and intellectual movement philosophy, staunch moderates, to address the divide and strive for national and world peace. So we did that for a year. Even had an election day show. Campaigned the primaries, like I said, attended the conventions, the debates, ran polls, had that election day show panel of an Olympian, Barry Goldwater Jr., Lou Ferrigno, Casanova Ace, rap star, friend of yours and mine from Night of 100 Stars,
Wow.
where we all met. Isn't that right, Zenny?
That's right.
Let's.
Right. How's his health? How's he doing, by the way?
He's doing. He had throat cancer and
Right.
chemotherapy just about killed him. Brain fog to the moon, man. The guy, and he's come back cerebrally quite well, but physically, he's pretty impaired. So, but it's great to be able to share time with we were on the phone actually just before our call here, Zenny, Cass and
Wow.
I.
Give him my
So
best, man. Wow.
I will. Yeah. In fact, Wiley, I asked him, "You want to hang out and be on with us to say hi?" And he goes, "No, my speech isn't that good." And yeah. But hey, while we're talking Night of 100 Stars, Norby Walters just passed away, which I think you know. And
Rest
so
in peace. Yes. Great man. Great
most
man.
appropriate to do a call out to him. To
Absolutely.
the other side, he left to the other side. I think a week ago today. No, 9 days
2
ago.
weeks.
Nine or
Yeah.
10
9
days.
days. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
and the
Right. Right.
funeral was a week ago tomorrow on Friday.
Wow. Yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't able to attend. Here attending to
his
my
son.
mom. Otherwise, I would have been there.
Yeah,
Wow.
his
Hey.
his son Richard is a big supporter of me and our movement. That's just who Richard is. He's a supporter of Friends, but he likes the staunch moderates movement. He's been a lot of fun to have help as a consultant and friend on the movement. And then yeah, we in going back to how important the Walters family is we all met through Night of 100 Stars, which is a number 3 Oscars party for 27 years running. So if you think
Right.
about
Yeah.
that, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And they catered to the older set, so the older celebrities would go to
Mm-hmm.
Night of 100 Stars, and then the youngsters would show up. That's you and me, Zenny.
Yes. Thank you.
Meeting
And then,
Casanova Ace. Now we're scratching at the older set, and the elder. There's still like when we had that screening party on November 9th, at the London Hotel in West Hollywood for our Staunch Moderates. Mission Peace is our featured documentary that we are doing an Oscars run with. And Zenny, it's a big day here because we haven't found out yet, and we find out if we get on the short list for the Oscars. So TikTok, man, today's the day. So much work's gone behind this. And with that being said, I've also got to mention, well, we're not only an intellectual movement, we're an entertainment studio, Staunch Moderates, and we have a multi-genre hip hop band called was originally Casanova Ace, then DJ Staunch, and of course Staunch Moderates. Those are a couple of our different brand names, and our most recent brand name we came up with for our band is DJ Staunch and the Bigfoots. That's who we are. As a music entity, we've got
the Bigfoots. I like it.
Think Bigfoot out there, DJ Bigfoot, a rap band. That's who we are.
The whole idea of Staunch Moderates really is just that. It's to really not be on the edge so much as thoughtful and intellectual conversation and really considering a careful policy formation, huh?
Yes, sir. It's the philosophy of moderation, and I like hearing it from your words because it's always nice hearing it from a different perspective. But our intellectual movement is all about the philosophy of moderation, and that's to set our differences aside. I'll repeat. Set our differences aside, find common middle ground, reach across the aisle, tell a joke, evaluate, negotiate, compromise, and decide into the most equitable solutions humanly possible. I think, which we all know about down deep from the culture of what the United States is supposed to be about, going all the way back in the Constitution. It's kind of those same kind of linguistics might sound familiar to us from our political science and history courses, all the way from grade school, junior high school. We're the Staunch Moderates. We're all about celebrating that's all that's good in United States of America society. We know there's ills, we know there's cancers, we know there's bad, but we Staunch Moderates, we're all about celebrating all that's good in the U.S. and embracing that literally to help fight the bad. And also with the era that we live in where conflict and extremism has seemed to come up to at a boiling point thanks to the exponential advancement in technology, the strongest sector in our society and growing exponentially so. Social media, AI coming at us, or at the station picking us up right now. It used to be coming at us like a steam train. It's here, AI. It is going to be a strong, aggressive, moving force. And gosh, myself and a bunch of people I talk to are afraid of it, and legitimately so. Elon Musk is even raising the issue with the U.S. government to set oversight for AI. I think is a great idea. I think anybody would agree with that. But hey, with all the fear and whatnot, maybe AI, it's so freaking smart. It really is. I put Staunch Moderates into ChatGPT, and it in 30 seconds, in not 3 seconds, but in a second, spit out the best 150, 200 word paragraph I've ever read as a description of Staunch Moderates. And I've been doing the business for 4 years. You're running the CEO in the intellectual movement and entertainment studio. I'm going to jump over back to what we were talking about, our music. We're an entertainment studio, so we're a documentary film, music. We've got sports teams, spin-off concepts, Bigfoot's football, Bigfoot's baseball, Staunch Moderates News is our YouTube channel. So we really kind of we are a small entertainment studio,
Sounds like you're headed toward. Yeah?
What's that?
sounds like a channel you're headed toward, kind of a channel, the Staunch Moderates TV channel. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, man, we're like a old MTV. No, Rolling Stone magazine meets the old MTV. If you go to our
Yeah,
YouTube channel and
yeah.
spend a half hour on it, I think you'll come out of it and go, he wasn't lying. I, I mean, there's no smoke and mirrors going on over here.
Right.
But there's some legitimacy to what I'm talking about, and it's also part of our philosophy. Hardly anything in the world is black and white. There's so much gray.
Exactly.
To it.
Yeah. Hey, to what extent, by the way, have you given thought to movies? And I know I am sort of setting up a softball question for you because I know you have, but and yeah, and where is the effort for all that out right now in terms of being able to see the next iteration of Staunch Moderates and everything?
Yeah. This year was a big year for us, 2023, because we actually did a Grammys run and an Oscars run in the same year, because we've been on the ballot at the Grammys 10 times in the last 3 years for originally for best rap song, and then last year we were up for album of the year, best rap album, and best rock performance. This year we got on the ballot 6 times for album of the year, best rap album, song of the year, and best rap song for 3 different tracks.
Wow! Congratulations!
And we didn't get a nom. Darn it, but we're still in it for the Oscars. We're trying to make the short list for our feature documentary, Mission Peace, and that's what I was just showing off. These are our T-shirts we had made, and see, those are awards we won for best documentary in different film festivals, and
really
we're
do.
Staunch Moderate.
It really comes
You like
along.
Bigfoot?
Yeah, and I think the name Mission Peace is necessary considering the Middle East war and all the turmoil that we've experienced, and well, not experienced, but are witnessing here. I hope we don't experience it. What say you about that?
Yeah, the Ukraine-Russian war, the Israeli-Gaza Strip, Hamas war. Man, the Middle East is just the U.S. proxies. No, the U.S. bases are just getting pounded over 100 times in the last, ever since October 6th, right? Over 100 times U.S. bases from all the sea. What's the Red Sea by Yemen? Isn't that the Red Sea?
Yeah.
And all the way over to the Mediterranean, Israel. And over 100 attacks on U.S. bases and whatnot, and ships, and they're shutting down the transportation through the is it the Suez Canal? Yeah, man. It's just freaking nuts. The world is a hotbed right now, and we're just chanting peace here from the U.S. The Staunch Moderates, as professionally as possible through media. Art, that's our music, our documentary film. That's why we're doing a Grammys run. That's why we're doing an Oscars run. Not to say, hey, we and the executives, we're so great because we're doing this, but it's to push our message of peace through moderation as far and wide as possible. Think if we get a Grammy, an Oscars nomination tonight, we just find out if we get on the short list of top 15 of nominations, like top 5 that get the nomination. But if we were to get a nomination, and we didn't get a nomination for Grammys for our 6 ballot runs, but boy, if we got a nomination, then one of our tracks, our anchor track to our last album, which is entitled 2023, by the way, the year we live in, it's the name of the album. And our anchor track was Rolling Stone magazine. We did a tribute song to Rolling Stone magazine, Jan Winter, which is from Marin County, which is where I grew up. So it was an honor to do a tribute song to Jan Winter in his Rolling Stone magazine, and what a story it was to tell in a rap song. It's really cool, and it got us on the ballot for best rap song and song of the year. We're going, come on, and if we got on the ballot for Song of the Year. It very well could have gotten us on the ballot for Album of the Year, because our albums, rather it was last year's album, of which was also named Mission Peace, the same name as the title of our documentary film this year. And then this year, the name of our album, 2023. What was it? I'm losing track. I'm back in Marin County with Jan Winter or something.
Yeah.
So Roland, no, this is what it was getting to. Jan Winter, that's just it. He did a racial sexist slur with a New York Times interview about the most recent.
I remember that.
It got him kicked off the Rolling Stone Hall of Fame board, which he helped create. Not the Rolling Stone, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I remember when he did that.
Got him kicked off 2 days after they made the press release that we got on the ballot for Song of the Year. It killed us. He got kicked. I mean, because we did a tribute. That's something's a tribute song, so it just killed us, man. Yeah. Anyway, but still, Jan, it was worth doing the tribute song for you and your Rolling Stone magazine, because what a story that was. And so we were in the show. We're an entertainment studio. We're in an intellectual movement trying to spread goodness onto the planet, peace through moderation, anti-extremism, basically. And so and you asked the softball question to get into the Staunch Moderates experience earlier, and I went off on some out of the tangent and started talking about our music or something. But let me tell you about the Staunch Moderates experience, because we also have a robust website, and anyone that engages in the Staunch Moderates experience, it's to spend 30 minutes, best an hour on our website. It is that robust. And then watch our feature documentary film. And after that, listen to each of our 3 multi-genre hip hop albums, The First Realm, Mission Peace, and 2023. And when listening to them, do it without multitasking or without interruption on each one anyway. And so you can really soak it in and have the experience of this. And you probably going, this guy's crazy. Why would I do this? Well, I'll tell you why we suggest that you do it. It is to steer ourselves independently, and also hopefully society, away from all this extremism, partisanship, vitriol, and hate, into a more moderate, peaceful, loving society.
Amen, brother. I heard that.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's so, because our music and our film and our website, it's all about just that. And it's a time requirement. I just suggested an hour on the website, an hour and a half doco film. That's 2.5 hours. Each one of our albums is like 35 minutes. So there's another hour and a half. So 5 hours of your time. And but there's another reason to do it. We're entertaining. We're an entertainment studio. Our music does not suck.
And the jokes aren't bad either, right?
Hey, we got to bring some levity into the conversation. That's one. That's one.
How do those listening get involved? How can they find out more?
Yeah. So go to our website, staunchmoderates.org, and that's and on our website, on the news and events page, there's access to be able to listen to any of our 3 albums. There's our YouTube channel, which is accessible to Staunch Moderates News, accessible there. And so that's an easy way. And when you go onto our website, there's many opportunities to sign up. Just click and you'd be signed up within 30 seconds. Very easy. And all you're signing up for is to get a newsletter about all this.
Yeah.
Join the movement. Peace. But this song, can I? Thanks, Lenny. You're a great interviewer. Give me an opportunity to not shut up. I appreciate that. But I do have a lot to say with this Staunch Moderates because we're trying to accomplish a lot. I mean, literally in 2019, we took on the divide. To address our mission statement is to address the divide and strive for national and world peace. And it's like, what? But we built a website about it, and we spent 4 years at it, being active in that 2020 election and doing hip hop albums about our experience, and then making a documentary film. So this isn't a shooting from the hip thing. There's a lot of work behind this stuff, and it's an attempt to help our society as much as possible. So the Staunch Moderates experience. There's you heard about spend time on the website, watch the docu film, listen to the albums. Optional is to listen to any of our 1 hour any of our 18 1-hour radio shows co-hosted by Gary Garver and me. Gary Garver used to be the front man for Howard Stern. So it was an honor being able to do the radio shows with him. He's a hoot. Or watch any of our 15 music videos. Those are optionals. So actually, with that being said, came to us the idea of, well, how about turning this into a course? So in it becoming a course, we feel a debate section of the course is important. And so that would be where each of the contestants debating is judged by their peers, their panel, their class. And they're being judged not on winning the debate point for counterpoint, but rather on how they handle themselves in the debate. Because truly, I mean, what it comes right down to so much of this is being able to have our disagreements respectfully, politely, and perhaps even lovingly. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not that good at it. But I'm awake to it and trying, and that's significantly what the Staunch Moderates experience is all about, to become awake and aware and to try at this stuff. There's the debate part of the course, and then the final part of the course is for each student to write a report on what they learned and how they feel about it. And then that would be the Staunch Moderates experience, the course. And we are vying for it to becoming a required course at many levels of education, perhaps at a certain level, even grade school, junior high school, and college. And because we all had history courses, civics courses, did they ever teach us really practicing how to get along, how to have our arguments? A bunch of us got tastes of a debate course. And that's really where it's at. Who's professionally trained at this? And it's a profession that we're all not very fond of, the legal profession, because they are professionally trained fighters. And if they fight without respect or without being polite, they get kicked out, contempt of court. You're out,
Sayonara. You're right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So
go ahead, Zenny.
I was just going to say, this is an amazing achievement. I want to have you back on and talk more about it and help gain more attention to this. And really, it'd be fun to have debates and everything else, because you're on to something here. And it sounds like you've only scratched the surface of its potential, yeah?
Yeah, and actually to bring this into fruition, because you just heard a CEO of an intellectual movement say, we want to affect this to becoming a required course. Okay. So I obviously put a lot of thought behind this, and I think about what a lofty, tall order that is, and it's absolutely nuts. Upon the first, you hear it, you go, what? But if you think about if you step back and think about it, there's a lot of logic behind it, even to a common sense level. And the whole intellectual movement is based on common sense. Everything I'm talking about, anybody could have come up with this stuff if they put enough of their brain power behind it. It's not like I'm that special, or the team working around me is pretty darn special. There's some talent, helps bring things along. That's for sure. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're in the business now, and here, this is bold and going to sound nuts. We're in the business of raising $100 million to affect this to become a required course. So back to become a required course. What? How the hell do you make something become a required course? I don't have an idea. I put some thought behind it. I'm going, well, you probably have to go deal with Congress and teachers unions. So somewhere in that, if lobby it to teach. I don't know if anybody listening into the show has any ideas how to affect this into becoming a required course. But that's where we want to end up, and it's because we think it should end up because we think society could use this to help heal our divide. Strive for national and world peace. We're raising $100 million to affect that. We fortunately, because we're in the business that we're in, we have got a significant Rolodex to some business titans out there. So we're pitching them. We're pitching them this pitch, and hopefully we're speaking to them in the language that they want to speak in the foundation where we think that they might just be. And, so far, the Recording Academy, that's Grammys, they know who we are. And also AMPAS, that's American Pictures Association. They're the Oscars Academy.
Yeah.
They know who we are.
Picture Arts and Sciences, AMPAS.
Thank you. There's the brain on this interview.
Well, my pleasure. Hey, let's do this. Let's wrap up. Folks, get on the Staunch Moderates bandwagon. Be a staunch moderate. More to come. Greg, stick around in the background, my friend. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark ZennyReport.com. That ends this broadcast.